Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm just between Bainbridge and Rainsboro. Got a farmhouse here that has been abandoned. I noticed this last year as I was coming through, but I was not able to film it at the time. And I don't know if I'm even going to try and venture to even go inside here, because it may not be safe to do this, just based on the condition of the house and what I'm seeing in it so far. I checked Google Maps and there's hardly anything left of Google Maps. Well, it was showed around 2009, the street view, that it was abandoned back in those days. But this place, I don't know how long it's been abandoned for, but it's been a really long time. I've never had a chance to actually film a farmhouse like this. Normally the type of abandonment that I film is on a much different scale. I'm going to be careful where I'm walking here, because this thing's been abandoned for a long time right here, and I don't know how much of this I trust to actually be going in. It'd be interesting to know the story that behind this house and how it became abandoned and the circumstances. But I do see a clue that this farmhouse might have been on fire, because I see a little bit of char here. Right here, some indication that this farmhouse is abandoned because of it had a fire however long ago that was. So I've got to really watch my step here, because I don't really want to. But yeah, here's an old scale. But yeah, sadly this farmhouse can't go upstairs, because that's way too dangerous. You can see where the ceilings are collapsing. It's really not even safe to even be in there. But you can clearly see that the property is, it's always sad when you see this stuff. So it's untelling what could have happened to the farmer or the family that actually lived in this, property. I film abandoned things, but normally they're of a much different scale. But here you can see we're part of the old porch, part of the old stairs. Right here. But yeah, but it does look like this farmhouse was on fire at one point in time, possibly, and it's just At least it looks like there's a good chance of that. So the odds of anything ever being done with it are pretty slim to none, that there will ever be anything that ever, well, at least that the chances are nil that it's ever going to be rehabilitated, at least the farmhouse. But here's another part of the, looks like some kind of equipment right here. Looks like an old storage barn. I'm not a farm person, so I'm not exactly sure what that is precisely, exactly, but it's always sad when you see, you know, this stuff, and of course people die, they move on with life and whatever and whatnot, and it's untelling what the circumstances could have been with this farmhouse. But it's, like I said, it's between Bainbridge and Hillsborough, but it clearly is never going to be, you know, and it's never going to be lived in again, because the place could really fall over at basically any time, and I don't even know if anybody would even notice it, you know, being out in this area, unless a bunch of neighbors just complained that it was such an eyesore that it would absolutely have to come down under no uncertain circumstances. But yeah, it's pretty obvious that there was a very strong chance that this farmhouse was set on fire before I don't know who owns this, or if anybody owns this or whatnot, but it's well, wow. Yeah, this is the first time I've gotten a chance to film a farmhouse. I don't know if any other YouTuber has this particular farmhouse filmed or not, but there's a look inside again. I can't really see from there what I'm pointing at, but I'm just showing the inside of that right there. Clearly a gate of some kind, and there's probably the last view of it that you guys will see, because I'm going to get ready to wrap it up on this video. You see a big old tire, tractor tire on and an old fence, but that's it for this one, YouTube. From this farmhouse between Bainbridge and Rainsboro, Ohio.